Welcome to 2015, everybody. Same old us, new world order.
You know how it is.
Way more Janet. Fuck you, Janet.
Testing. Fuck you, Janet. Testing. Ooh. We got so much Janet.
I mean, Janet's not here, but...
Janet's not here. Janet's here in theory. We can feel her here.
Yep. We
yeah.
knew that already.
Yeah. So,
Believe
Janet's
us.
here.
Join the party.
Rod's here. Jack's here. The good friends are back. Guess who's back? Back again.
Good friends back.
Tell a friend.
You gotta take us to the bank, yo.
Take us to the bank. Because you know what? Taking us to the bank is taking you to the bank.
We're just trying to help you out.
We're just trying to give you a ride to the bank. Want to hop in the back?
Yeah.
Empty seats. Room for two.
Room for two.
Bring someone.
Out.
Stretch.
It's warm back there.
It's nice. Air, heat blasting.
You gotta roll down the window, maybe.
It's a two-door. Don't get crazy.
Two-door?
Only window in the front.
It's not that
But
bad.
ask me and I'll crack it. Neck pillow on deck.
Sitting on the back of a two-door car is less than ideal.
Listen, it was a bad choice. I made it in 2011. My dad bought me a car. Praise him. Wonderful.
You can sit in the trunk, Janet, if you want.
She'll be sitting in the trunk if she doesn't step up her game. And I think you know what I mean by that. Talking death, y'all.
Cement shoes.
Good to have you back, Janet. Thank you.
And
So
thank
happy.
you. We really appreciate you.
We really appreciate all you do. We're excited about Season 2. GF Season 2, Volume 2, Episode 1.
You saw the made-for-TV Lifetime movie about Whitney Houston.
Boy, oh boy,
The Whitney
did
Houston Lifetime biopic.
Titled...
What's it called?
Whitney.
It's just called Whitney?
Yeah. Which is actually, to be real, completely false. Completely false advertising, because it is actually 100% about Whitney and Bobby exclusively. Special guest.
We misheard. That wasn't being too loud.
Janet, we overreacted. Mary Page was just saying hi.
She was interrupting.
So, thought it was going to be about Whitney. Thought it was going to be a not rags, because Whitney actually comes from a privileged background. Her godmother is Diane Warwick. So homegirl has been in the industry. Still, the equivalent of rags to riches. I expected the Whitney journey. Didn't get it.
What did you get?
Got everything I already knew. Every single thing.
Oh, just the crazy, stupid Bobby
All
Brown
of it. Yeah.
drama?
And exclusively the years that we already know everything about.
What is the Bobby Brown drama, though?
Bobby Brown drama. Okay, Whitney picks up.
I have many questions for follow-ups here, so
oh my god,
ready.
I've been waiting for this. The Whitney biopic, titled Whitney Only, begins at, like, the BET Awards with New Edition performing. So the first performance of the movie, Bobby Brown.
Right.
And it's just Whitney going like, oh, like loving it in the audience. And they have, like, a meet in the back where she's like, maybe you can take me to dinner sometime. Like, and he's just like, ooh, yeah. And she's like, hey, hey, and, like, they're, like, loving it. Take to the hay, and he's like, Whitney. And he's like, oh, and they're, like, loving each other. And then, like... we flash forward to, like, Whitney's birthday, like, a couple weeks later when they're on their, like, second date or whatever. And in a crazy twist, Whitney has cocaine already.
Oh, okay.
Whitney is already a drug addict in this Whitney Lifetime movie. Bobby is not the enabler that we have imagined him to be. In one scene, Whitney's like, you want, like, a hit of this wet stuff? And Bobby Brown is like, Whitney, you don't need that.
Okay.
And I don't either. I just have my music. And she's like, snort, snort, like, loving it.
And so in real life... what really happened was Bobby Brown kind of like got her on the funky stuff, or what?
That is what director Angela Bassett is telling me. I don't know if I'm buying it. I don't know if I'm buying it.
But real life, you're speculating that Bobby Brown got her hooked on drugs.
Isn't that what we all thought? Was that not the story?
I have another question for you.
Good girl gone bad.
And it's this: what made you think that Lifetime would make a legitimate biopic that was credible in any way? But you're gonna keep coming back for more, I bet.
I mean, to say I'm addicted, understatement.
When they come out with the Jane Lynch Lifetime made-for-TV Jane Lynch movie.
That's, like, all about her mom. Like, what? What am I watching? I mean, here's the thing. I love a Lifetime original movie that is just, like, a Lifetime original movie. Mother May Sleep with Danger, starring Tori Spelling and Meredith Baxter Burney.
When it's an original piece.
When it's an original piece. Give me a domestic drama.
Right.
Give me a good girl going bad in the form of a white woman in, like, a sedan, being taken into the woods, losing her virginity, getting addicted to drugs. But this new thing of Lifetime taking on female stars and giving them these, like, truncated 2-hour movies that feel both really slow and really fast at once could do without. But there's already a few things Whitney does better than Aaliyah. First of all, Aaliyah couldn't get the rights to a single Aaliyah song.
Okay.
So the movie kept changing big portions of Aaliyah's life to fit the songs they could get, namely the Anastasia soundtrack. So, like, her performance of the Anastasia song at the Oscars is, like...
inspiring.
It's like, Aaliyah, this is a make-or-break moment in your career. We're talking Anastasia at the Oscars. And it's like, okay, girlfriend. But here, we get all of the good songs. The movie, no spoiler, ends with "I Will Always Love You."
Right. No spoilers.
No
Sorry,
spoilers.
Sorry,
no spoilers, but the ending of the movie is "I Will Always Love You," in case you didn't hear. And we get a lot of her songs. But the movie also starts when Whitney's already a huge star, and it ends in, like, I'm going to guess around 2003.
So before she dies.
Oh, yes. We don't see her death. We don't even see her leave Bobby. Like, pardon me? What is this? So wrong. No, she's not Whitney. Did you not know that?
Angela Bassett isn't Whitney.
Angela Bassett is Angela Bassett directing Whitney. Like, what? No, Whitney is literally played by America's Next Top Model Cycle 4 loser Yaya Takada or something. Yaya Declarado or something. Do you know her?
Made for TV movie starring America's Next Top Model loser.
Yeah,
You're a loser. Yeah,
if you're listening, which good chance she is, because Good Friends Anecdote of the Week, Rula, a good friend of the Good Friends podcast, and I had a literal run-in with the woman who played Whitney in the Whitney biopic. Do you want the story?
I'm sure this is some divine intervention that you two running into each other led to her getting this role somehow.
Yeah, it's definitely a sliding doors
through
moment.
Back channels and kind of just...
Definitely.
Fate.
No, totally. Yeah. If I hadn't stopped her, she would have caught the bus she was meaning to catch, and a series of events would have transpired where she would have never made the audition. So you're welcome, you tramp. And I'll tell you why she's a tramp. Literally, she was dating someone from UC Santa Cruz alumni, and at the alumni dinner, Rula and I are at the dinner, and we are looking at this beautiful black woman with a gorgeous head of natural curly hair, and we're just like, is that America's Next Top Model Cycle 4 loser Yaya? And we're both like, yeah, I think it is. Yeah, it is. And so we waited out for a few hours, the whole dinner, and then at the end, before we leave, we're like, we have to go say hi to Yaya. So we, like, go up to Yaya, and we're like, hi, Yaya.
Were you guys nice and
we were so nice, Jack. We were so... Oh, what, like drunk?
Yeah,
asking if we were drunk?
Yeah.
No, this is years ago. I don't even think I was 21 yet, but this was an alumni event. No alcohol. But I was high on chicken tikka masala. It was catered by Sitar, the Indian spot downtown Santa Cruz. It was dope. So, filled up, ready to go, looking good, was in a tux, no joke. Go up to Yaya. Rule and I are like, tee-hee-hee, hi, can we get a picture? She's sitting, and she turns around, she's like, yeah, for sure, 1 second. Turns around, and for like 25 minutes makes us wait for a photo with her.
What was she doing?
She was just talking to someone from the alumni event. She literally kept us waiting, so Rule and I have a series of pictures of us posing behind Yaya that will go on the Good Friends Tumblr. We will link to it. You guys will lose your mind because she finally turns around, gives us the most dead-eyed smile. Rula turns to her and is like, so do you think I would make a good model? And Yaya is like, I'm an actress now, and turns away.
Iced.
Guess what? She is an actress. Because she plays Whitney Houston in the Lifetime original movie directed by Angela Bassett, Whitney.
And guess what else?
What?
Rula's not a model.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. Yeah. Give it 2 years, and she's going to be at the same show as her, and she's going to go, remember me?
I believe that.
And Yaya's going to go, no. Have we met?
I believe that.
And Will's going to go, yeah, look at these pictures.
And then she'll play this episode of the Good Friends podcast. Yeah. And Yaya will understand how you two led to her being Whitney.
She'll start crying and being like, how could I have ever not I'm sorry.
Right.
And Rule's gonna grab her face and go, don't think so, tramp. And at that moment, slowly place a blade right in between her kidney. And whisper in her ear, yeah. And yeah, so the movie blew. And I won't be watching a Lifetime movie until there's another one. So,
Rod,
what went down?
These are the two games that decided who's in the Super Bowl.
That's
AKA
big. That's big.
The event that's happening around the Katy Perry concert.
Oh, yeah, you mean Katy Perry's... Yeah, the event that sandwiches a Katy Perry performance?
Right. People like you who don't really like sports or watch sports.
Okay, is this about race?
Not about race.
People like me.
Do you like sports? I'm talking about people who don't like sports.
No, I don't like sports.
So it's going to be the Seattle Seahawks versus the New England Patriots. Storylines aplenty in this one, people.
Hell yeah. Give them.
The end of the Patriots run here with Tom Brady and Bill Belichick.
Oh my God, Giselle's husband.
Giselle's husband.
Oh, I knew he was a
in the
Patriot.
Super Bowl.
Oh shit! So Giselle's gonna be at the Super Bowl.
Giselle's gonna be at the Super Bowl.
Hell
probably,
yes.
Most likely.
Give it.
If not on TV, I think the last one she was watching, she was there and she freaked out because like the Patriots didn't play that well.
Oh, at the last Super Bowl.
The last time that the Patriots were in the Super Bowl.
Jesus. Okay.
She
Giselle's
was, like, angry,
high
like,
stakes.
storming out and like, Tommy cannot throw and catch.
Wait, that's what she said?
Yeah.
Oh, like Tommy?
Yeah, Tommy, yeah.
Who was interviewing Giselle for her thoughts on the Super Bowl?
She was just like walking out and it was like TMZ, like, Giselle, did you get a chance to do, like, what'd you think of the game?
Oh my God.
And
Tommy
like,
cannot.
She put like Wes Welker on blast, basically.
Really?
Yeah.
Living for that.
Yeah.
Go Giselle.
That was in 2012, but it was the 2011 football season.
Got it. Okay.
But yeah, that'll be an interesting wrinkle of the story. The Seahawks had basically the most exciting football game I've ever seen yesterday.
Is that true?
Yeah,
Ever?
It was one of the most exciting games of football I think anyone will see.
What went down?
The Seahawks looked like crap the whole game, and then all of a sudden...
Oh, one of those. Like a Rudy moment.
Crazy comeback games.
Hell yeah. Live for that.
And it was just...
What was the score before the comeback?
The Seahawks were... I believe they were down by 12 points with 5 minutes to go, and they scored 15 points in 44 seconds.
Oh, is that crazy?
Yeah.
That's like crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Holy shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Why did I miss it?
Because you were watching the stupid Whitney...
Oh, wait, actually, yes. Lifetime.
Lifetime, whatever, same thing.
Honestly, similar.
TV, so.
I cannot believe for once I'm going to say this. I wish I was watching sports over Lifetime. 100%. That sounds like a good ass game.
That would have been a good time for you to that would have been the perfect game to explain to people who don't get football why people watch football.
Oh, because it was just like when you're in it, you're in it.
That was like a
creme
one of
de
those
la
games
creme.
where you're gonna be like, I remember where I was when I watched that game.
Daddy, where were you during that game that everyone talks about?
I was pacing back and forth at work, swearing under my breath because I hate the Seahawks.
You always do that.
I'm not a big Seahawks guy, so I was hoping for the Packers to win.
I'm sorry.
Unfortunately,
but the game was so good you didn't even care.
I did care.
But
it's just a good game.
It's just good. You have. That's a good sign. When the team you want to lose, the game was so good that sadness is trumped by the joy of watching.
Had I been a Packers fan, I would never ever want to talk about this game.
It was like that.
It was that.
It was like that A's game that we won't talk about from earlier this year.
We can talk about that one. I'm in an okay place.
You've emotionally processed.
But that was pretty difficult.
It took time.
That was a rough one.
Grief. There's a lot of stages to grief.
Yeah.
A lot of stages.
I'm at
acceptance, denial. You're at acceptance.
I've completed
the full circle. Yeah. You've stabbed Yaya. The circle's closed.
Yaya's been stabbed.
Love.
So
cement shoes for Yaya.
Yeah.
Wrap it up. That's great. So is it like crazy that Tom Brady's last season is going to be a Super Bowl game?
Well, we don't know if this is the last season.
Why do we think it is?
We don't.
We don't. Why do I think it is?
I don't know why. I'm not really sure. No one's saying that. He's not saying that. The Patriots aren't saying that.
He's old though, right?
He's older.
He's older.
He's like 37.
How many more seasons does he have at most? Like 3?
I could see him doing at least 3 more seasons.
3 more?
I think three more is probably... I think he would... Yeah, I think 3 more or 4 more.
Okay.
Or 5.
Okay.
3, 4, 5.
5?
Yeah. I could see
like
him
42?
He doesn't really get injured that much. I mean, he's had like a couple real bad...
It's probably because Giselle like darts anyone from the stands. Like, Tommy can't get her.
I mean, it helps that he has a pretty decent offensive line and gets the ball out pretty quickly.
Is offensive line code for Giselle with a machete and an invisible cloak?
Might as well be.
Yeah, you bet.
Yeah.
She's crazy.
She seems like it. She seems like
she's a
looking
robot.
out for Tommy.
She's looking out for Tommy, and she's also a robot.
She might be a robot.
She had kids, and her body was back in like 45 minutes. I'm not following. Did you ever see Brazilians? Is that a thing?
Man, I don't know.
What, do they eat their kids?
I guess. I don't know.
Ugh.
Maybe they eat the placenta.
Oh my god, you know she does. Tommy, make me placenta milkshake. I have to go to the game. No! That's the blender. More placenta now!
It is the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it is. I feel like there's going to be some sort of... I see a very guitar-heavy side band making a surprise appearance.
Please don't be Aerosmith or someone or like.
I feel like they keep going. I think it's gonna be someone old.
It's gonna be because
it's gonna be like Bruce Springsteen.
So the person singing the national anthem is the artist from Frozen, the Frozen girl.
Idina Menzel.
Yeah.
Adele Dazeem.
Idina Menzel.
Wait, really?
Yeah, right.
She's singing the national anthem?
She's singing the national anthem.
She has a gorgeous
voice. So they're
voice.
covering all their bases, right? They got the kids. Everyone's going to say, little Timmy, this is the Frozen girl.
Like, goo, goo, gah, gah, Frozen!
So the kids are tuning in.
Totally.
Then you got, I don't know, the ladies, because...
gay community, the women tuning in for Katie.
For that. And then you got the ladies for John Legend, who's singing God Bless America.
Oh, you know what? That's what I think I heard.
Oh.
That's the thing I heard. John Legend singing that? That's beautiful. He has a gorgeous voice.
Who were some famous collabos that Katy Perry's had? Snoop
Dogg?
Dogg?
Snoop Dogg. Juicy J for sure. Dark Horse is going to be a major moment with like a jazz band or some dumb shit.
Yeah.
I see him. Yeah, who are some other ones? Yeah,
Kanye.
I don't know. Kanye? Oh, do you think Kanye will show up for an E.T. verse? I'ma disrobe you. Dan, I'ma probe you. Actually, I hate his verse. It's not one of his best.
Yeah. That song's kind of creepy.
Yeah, it is. But I see it. She's going to play
with
that.
your love pen?
Ugh, fill me with your poison.
It's a little obvious.
Yeah, it's love pen is like, there's no poetry to that, and it's also not gorgeous. So we're going to let that one slip away. What are some songs you hope she does? She'll probably end with Firework.
I don't know. I guess Dark Horse.
Dark Horse for sure. Firework for sure. I Kissed a Girl, I don't see her doing.
She's got a ton of... I mean, if you look it up,
many.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. You forget. Like, I forget. Like, when I first heard, I was like, huh? The one with... Yeah, E.T.
E.T.
California Girls? Probably not.
I don't know.
Seems irrelevant.
Really... Yeah, doesn't she have, like, some, like... Party one? I mean, all the party ones.
Yeah. Last Friday Night.
Yeah, that one.
Maybe she'll change it to Last Sunday Night.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, Katie, if you're listening to this... Like, I have ideas.
Yeah.
For instance, me in a wig, you lip syncing under the bleachers, and I mouth.
Do you think
the
that she's gonna be wearing super cheesy football
uniforms? Ugh, 100%.
She's
such trash
like, as a football.
Yeah, not even like as a quarterback, but as a football. Like, Katie, you look stupid. Do you have to go out there? Yes, I do. We can't hear you. You're covered in a football mask. I'm doing it. Okay, well, just go out there. And then a theatrical football hits her, and she goes, concussed. And everyone's like... And then Anthony Kiedis jumps on her corpse and starts doing Under the Bridge or whatever. He, like, won't leave. I don't even know what song that is, but it sounds like a Red Hot Chili Peppers song. Yeah. Meanwhile, Katie's, like, fake frothing at the mouth underneath. Like, that's a seizure, girl. She's like, I don't know. I didn't do research. I don't like her. She's just so kitschy. She looks like a little baby who got in her, like, her, it seems like she's a baby. Her mom is a drama teacher. She, like, crawled with a dirty diaper, like, into her box of costumes and just, like, stole everything. Like, she always looks so tacky. Like, what is her brand?
Baby who needs to get a diaper change is what you're saying.
That's Ariana Grande.
Okay.
Don't get it twisted. That girl's literally a filthy baby. Good friends questions.
Like always, if you guys have anything you want to talk to us about, hit us up. goodfriendspodcast@gmail.com.
Send them up. If we don't answer them immediately, they are queued in a Google Doc. As you will see now, we'll get to them.
We will get to them.
We will answer them.
Don't worry. If you don't hear them now, you will hear them eventually.
You will. So really, send them. And tell us, make sure you know if they're very relevant. We'll prioritize them. Yeah. We get it. We get how it works.
If it's relevant and time worthy, then we get it.
Totally.
So the first question for this episode of Season 2.
Volume 2. Episode 1. Series 1. Episode 8.
Confusing. Comes from Joey BK, who asks, his question. So, my girlfriend and I love to play the game Acquaintance or Stranger looks like celebrity, most expertly portrayed in Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. But our parameters for similar looks seem to be incredibly different. For me, if said stranger has trim stubble, brown hair, and is tall, he clearly looks like Eric Bana. For her, overt traits like that don't matter at all. She's much more interested into the degree of the bend of the nose or the distance between their eyes. Besides adding a degree of difficulty to the game for me, it also leads me to think that we are seeing the world in a completely different way. Is our relationship doomed? Likes to say, oh, there's a tall guy with floppy hair. That's Jim from The Office.
Right. And she's saying, no, he has a more Jewish nose, so he can't be him. He's
maybe
more
not necessarily Jewish.
Ooh.
Or it could be any nose.
Okay.
Could be...
Sorry, you're right. It's called a schnoz.
Schnoz.
It's Jewish. Okay, sorry. Loud and clear.
I mean, if this is putting your relationship into question, then yeah, probably it's doomed.
Yeah, it's probably... I mean, I feel... Yeah, I I don't get a good feeling going
if this
forth.
Is just if this is a ground shattering thing that you guys have to overcome, then
definitely
I would assume that something like children or
off the table
or probably couldn't do that.
Totally, yeah, or like agreeing where to live,
Even
or
like agreeing if you were to get married in a church or
like a beach
museum lobby.
Oh,
yeah.
Is that your idea? I'm stealing it.
Museum lobby.
I love that. That reminds me of Carrie's wedding in the Sex and the City movie at the library. Love. So gorgeous.
Not going to get into that.
Don't, because Big doesn't show up. It's a whole thing.
Don't know what you're talking about.
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
No.
All right, well, moral of the story.
You're doomed.
You're doomed.
Yeah, all right.
You need to break up stat.
All right.
All right.
Second question
comes from
our big good friends questionnaire.
Comes from Rarku Emmons.
Oh, yeah, Rarku Emmons. Okay, I was just looking for
Rarku.
the name. All right, so Ricky asks, there's a new Barbie doll that is called the normal Barbie doll that comes with acne, stretch marks, and cellulite stickers that you can place on her body. It's supposed to reflect the typical measurements of a 19-year-old girl. It's made to show that, quote, average is beautiful. Mm-hmm. When I was 10-year-old playing with Barbies, I was not thinking to myself, wow, I can't wait until I'm 19 and have big boobies and blonde hair and long legs and a tiny waist, because I was literally 2 feet tall and like 4 pounds. Hairs and kneecaps, basically. What do you guys think about this new doll? What do you think girls or boys will be drawn to it? Or do you think girls and boys will be drawn to it? Are people trying too hard to break this unreachable standard of beauty in America and the rest of the world? I want to know your thoughts.
Raku, you're asking a killer question. And you gave us a killer image with hair and kneecaps, basically. Yeah. I'm basically thinking of Cousin It from the Addams Family. Look, when it comes to beauty standards, let's get serious for a minute. There's rarely something that I hate more than the unreachable beauty standards placed on young girls in this country.
Okay.
So I'm loving the idea that Barbie's trying to mix it up.
Okay.
Because Barbie is the awful master race, like Anglo-Saxon ideal that all girls are aspiring to.
Okay.
But my God, can we not?
This is my idea. Do you want to hear my idea for this doll?
Give it.
Okay. Each doll randomly has cellulite, acne, and stretch marks placed throughout it, and every doll is different. And then you're just stuck with the doll that you get, just like you're stuck with the body that you get.
Love.
That's my idea.
Love that.
That's how you get the doll to...
That has a meta quality, where it's like, not only is it normal, it's unique, and that's what makes it special.
Exactly.
I'm loving that. And then maybe there can be, like, a special, like, 3-digit code under her foot that you, like, put online and you see, and you connect all the Barbies in the world. I'm, like, getting emotional.
So that's how you make this.
That's it.
Product.
Basically, you go full throttle ugly, or we just stick to pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on.
Or maybe it's acne around the lips, so it could be herpes, so that when you're older, the Barbie's still relevant to your lifestyle.
Right. It's 19 plus, so you can use it until whenever.
I like, and it can be in like a plastic seal with her back to you, so it's kind of like Playboys, like you can't buy them until you're older.
Yeah, exactly.
Barbie, if you're listening. Ideas. Heard of it? I work for Katy Perry currently. So I have a killer letter of rec coming my way. By the way, Katy, I need a letter of rec. Ideas.
I need a letter of rec.
So let's make it happen. Yeah, I don't know. Love the idea in theory. I also have a feeling that, like, this thing's not coming out. Don't you also feel like it's a lie?
I don't know. It depends on Ricky if you trust her.
I definitely... It's a her. Her name's Rarku. She is the sister of one of my best friends, Lane Emmons. But she's known to be a pathological liar, so I'm not going to necessarily trust her on this. But let's just say, hypothetically, this tramp's telling the truth. I just, for some reason, can't imagine Mattel going through with this. You know what I mean? It sounds like such a great idea, but can you really imagine them producing these dolls?
Sounds like something they'd hand out exclusively on Earth Day.
We'll get to them.
Goodfriendspodcast@gmail.com.
And don't be fooled, we're not taking another laps. Are we, Janet?
No.
We'll be back next week. Shoot the questions. This isn't a game to us.
Yeah. It's not a game.
This isn't a game.
All right.
It's
that time of the show.
Time for Devil Tongue of the Week.
Devil Tongue of the Week.
Ooh, someone's had a little devil tongue pent up. All right. Should I go first?
Yeah, you're going first.
So my devil tongue of the week goes to...
Oh, wait. It's the same... This is one. We have one.
You're right. We have one.
The joint devil tongue of the week.
Okay.
It's the same one.
So it goes... Yeah, you're right. It goes to...
This is both of ours.
The Oscars.
It goes to the Oscars.
Jack and I are giving devil tongue to the Academy.
The Academy Awards.
The Academy Awards.
Maybe for different reasons.
Yeah.
Do you want to go first and say your reason?
Yes, I will. My reason is, for starters, definitely just not loving it. Just not loving the nominees, not loving the situation. There's a lot of talk of the whitewashing that happened this year.
Do you think this is a political scandal waiting to be exposed?
A political scandal.
Slate.com.
So, why we need to be talking about the Oscars?
Yeah.
Subhead. Why we need to be talking about the Oscars?
Yeah.
Like, what? You just italicized the word. I don't know. I feel... Look, I don't know. The Oscars... We were talking about this. The Oscars are not indicative of anything except, like, the industry, right? Of just, like, sort of, like, the state of the industry. So, like, whether the Oscars are, like, nominating these movies, it's more about, like, who's making these movies? Like, who's funding them? Why aren't the big studios making movies with predominantly black casts that aren't all about race? You know what I mean? A lot of people are mad that Selma's not getting nominated. I saw Selma, thought it was really good, didn't think it was great. But also, I don't need every year's, like, film that deals with black issues to be dealing with black issues. I just want black stories. You know what I mean? I want stories, like, minority stories on screen.
Stories by black
people about black life. They don't need to be Tyler Perry, but, like, Tyler Perry's still telling, like, stories. They're not all, you know, I mean, they're very problematic and I don't like them. I just want good ones. Yeah, I just want them to be good and not steeped in, like, Christian lore and guilt and shit. Like, I just want, like, it to not be a slave movie or a civil rights movie or a biopic about, like, Rwanda or, like, the last king of Scotland or some biopic about, like, a famous, like, pianist. Like, just give me movies. Give me, like, The Tree of Life, but with, like, a black cast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. So I'm not really annoyed that, like, the Oscars didn't nominate, like, Selma for, like, Best Director, although that would have been great, because Ava, I forget her last name, Ava, like, DuVernay or something. It would have been, like, the first black woman to be nominated, but, like, great. But, like, I just need more. I just want better movies. I just want better movies. I want diversity in the Oscars. I want diversity in the industry. And I also just want an Academy with taste. These movies aren't the best movies of the year. They're not. American Sniper, I haven't even seen it, and I'm pissed off.
Everything that I've read about it said it's amazing, but
American Sniper?
I haven't seen it.
Controversial. I think snipers are cowards. I don't think they're heroes. So I don't know. I'm not loving a story that glorifies a sniper.
I gave the Oscars a double time because I always get annoyed around Oscar time.
It's just an annoying time.
Because I'm just one of those curmudgeons who's like, yeah, the Oscars aren't really it shouldn't give anyone any kind of validation over art.
Right.
It's an award thing.
Right.
Over art?
Right.
How are you gonna award art?
True story.
Then it just
is everybody playing the same role? Maybe then, but even then.
No, but it's just one of those things. You can't do it.
It's true.
You can't compare art to other art. You just can't.
Which is why it just becomes political. Yeah. It becomes about popularity.
It's a pissing contest.
It is. And I like to piss all over it, if you know what I mean.
Looks like Steve Carell's got the heaviest stream going now. So, yep. He's done. All right. Like that Austin Powers gag. You know, where he, like, comes unfrozen and then he pees.
Yeah.
For, like, 3 minutes.
I love. That's a good moment.
Yeah.
Austin Powers, good times. There's an Oscar snub. So, yeah, Oscars, Devil Tongue of the Week. Get away from us.
Yeah.
Get away. Do better.
Do better.
Do better. And also, side note, give us some movies with women in it and don't just be satisfied by having 5 women get an Oscar for a performance. These are all male-led movies. All of them.
I see what you mean. Oh.
These movies, it's not even just about whitewashing. It's just the same type of movie.
So.
Good friend of the week.
Good friend Double Tongue of the Week was the Oscars.
Right. But who's the good friend of the week?
Now, the good friend of the week.
Good friend alarm. Evacuate. Nice.
Who's yours?
Mine is, so this is kind of old, but we haven't recorded in 75 years. My good friend of the week and of a lifetime is literally Lisa Kudrow in The Comeback, and also just The Comeback in general as a project. I literally cannot believe how good this show was, and I have never cried so much than during the finale.
The finale of the third finale.
What? The finale?
The second finale, really.
The second finale. But probably the series
because
finale.
You were like, now it's really done.
No, I want it to be done. This is how good the show is. This is how good season 1 was. When it was over, I didn't even want a second. I was happy there wasn't a second season. Because it was just such a perfect, project. Like, the last episode was written as a season finale, but worked as a series finale, and just sort of, like, gave the show this great feel. So when the new season was starting, I was like, okay, I'm obviously excited, but like, what a great little package that was.
Right.
It was even better than the first season. And the final episode is just like, don't give me any more. It's just exactly right. It's so emotional. The second season becomes so much more meaningful. It's less a satire and more just like this character study of this woman. It's unbelievable.
Knowing Hollywood, there'll probably be a third season. So to ruin the other.
Yeah, and HBO has enough shit going on with Game of Thrones where they can fund these like cheaper projects.
Oh, maybe they won't do it then.
I mean, they might not, but they could.
They probably don't need to.
They don't need to, but they also don't not need to.
Yeah, I guess so.
The show's so cheap because it's like produced. It's meant to look cheap, so like you can make it on the fly. But yeah, it's great. Everyone should watch it. Go back and watch it. It's unbelievable. Watch season 1, then watch season 2 because season 2 becomes so much more powerful when you really take it all in.
Yeah, and Lisa Kudrow, she also has the Friends is streaming on Netflix now.
This is Lisa's moment. Okay, Friends is on Netflix, as every single human being is likely to tell you because everyone's binging it. Amazing.
Except for me, because I never watched it.
I know you didn't like Friends. Ugh, I mean, I love it, but now that I watch it, I'm kind of like, this doesn't age as well as I thought.
Okay, well, my good friend of the week
Hit it.
goes out to mad scientist and possibly the savior of mankind, Elon Musk.
They will be the same person.
Yeah.
A
Elon
mad
Musk
scientist.
is kind of one of those guys who makes headlines, and then it's always for sounding like a patient who's huffed too much like paint.
Yeah, like K-Pax.
Yeah,
He's literally K-Pax.
And he made news this week for announcing plans for a Hyperloop test track in
What
Texas.
is that? I'm looking at this picture. I'm looking at the blueprints now, and I
Yeah.
don't understand what I'm looking at.
So
Oh my God, look at his tweet. Wait, read his tweet out.
we'll be building a Hyperloop test track for companies and student teams to test out their pods, most likely in Texas.
God, he could really use a social media manager. That
Yeah, I
had
don't
no
know
flair.
who is
Elon.
this. But anyway, yeah, this Hyperloop thing that he's trying to build is like a pneumatic tube system, kind of like the system.
The post office and stuff?
Yeah, kind of like at the post office.
Okay.
Essentially is how that works. You know, you put the letter in the tube and then it goes up the thing.
Mm-hmm.
So essentially, would be like that, except it would be like big subway cars and people would be in them.
Of people?
Yeah.
How fast does it go? Super fast?
This is why he's building a test track, is because he needs to answer the questions that you have.
Jesus.
This is why he's the good friend of the week.
I love him. How old is he? Young? Old?
He's like Santa. It doesn't have an age.
Oh my God,
He's just kinda
he's cryogenically freezing
Perpetually
himself.
40 years old.
Oh, Benjamin Button.
Yeah.
I hate him. I love him.
Yeah.
Savior.
Love and hate.
Love and hate.
Yin and yang.
Thin line between love and hate. The memoir about Elon
Elon.
Musk. Love him. That's a good friend. And I feel like this isn't the last time we'll be hearing about him. 2015 could be the year of Musk.
He's gonna be the supreme dictator of planet Earth.
Oh my God, 100%.
He's gonna be the guy who like tricks us all into getting these chips implanted into our heads, and he's gonna
You'll like
flip the
it.
switch, and then we're all gonna be
Oh my God, robots.
Elon Muskies.
Oh, Muskies activate.
Good Friends Drought 2014/15
2015.
is officially done.
Shit's getting wet, bruh.
It's about to get wet.
It's about to get wet. And I'm not just talking because someone with cement shoes was thrown in the water, Janet.
Give a little time for the child within you. Don't be afraid to be young and free. Undo the locks and throw away the keys and take off your shoes and socks and run you.